Gabriella, and I don't plan on being a YouTuber, but I've really been seeing these college decision or like reveal videos, and I decided like I really wanted to make my own and explain why I'm going to the school I'm going to, what I was looking for in a college, what my major is, what my ACT scores, SAT scores, and GPA was, so that you kind of can get your own idea of what schools you're going to, what scholarships I received, and kind of just like a general college video for friends, relatives, or like whoever really is watching this video. I'm going to start off by explaining what I wanted in a school. I really, really wanted to be near a beach or on the beach because I live in California. I've always loved the beach. It's just something I've always wanted. I wanted to be in a big city so that I can meet lots of people. I didn't know exactly if I wanted a smaller school or a bigger school, but now that I've like gone through the process, I really think a bigger school is right for me so that I can meet like a bunch of new people and stuff. I wanted the campus to be really friendly and not like stress or have like more of a study vibe that's like very competitive. I want to like work hard in college, don't get me wrong, but I don't want people to be like forcing work down my throat or just like that overall stressful vibe that I had in high school. I wanted something like fresh and more exciting. And major wise, I thought I was going to go into a teaching degree, and I did a student teaching program through my high school this year with third graders that are in Spanish, and it was super awesome, and I loved the experience. And I realized I do want to do something in Spanish with that language because I've been fluent in it since kindergarten, but I'm not sure if teaching is for me. With that being said, I'm thinking now towards international business, and I'll explain why as I go into what colleges I applied to and which I ultimately decided on. So now I'm going to explain my GPA, my ACT scores, and my SAT scores. So my GPA throughout high school was a cumulative. My UC and my like regular GPA ended up being literally the exact same. So my GPA weighted was a 3.86, which was kind of like a 3.9. For many reasons, I took 5 AP classes throughout high school. I took AP Spanish 4, AP Spanish 5, Calculus, and AP Lang, and AP Lit. So those were my 5 APs, and I got either a B or an A in all of them. I really loved all those classes. I really wouldn't take an AP unless you're really into the class and what it offers. And for now, SAT scores. So I took the SAT. I found that it was a lot easier than the ACT. I did take the ACT once, and I scored significantly lower than I did on the SAT. So my SAT score was a 1350. I believe I got a 700 in the English section and a 650 in the math, but like don't quote me on it. And I was really proud of that because I started the first SAT I ever took. I got an 1170, and I really worked hard and I studied and I did some tutoring, and I brought my score up to 1350, which I am extremely proud of. Now I'm gonna kind of like explain like my high school vibe and like what my school was like and what extracurriculars I had because I feel like that also plays a role into like your school and like what the school was looking for when they were like saw your application. So, I went to a school that was very competitive. It's a public high school here in California. It's really competitive. There's a lot of people that go to Ivy Leagues. There's a really big stress culture, and that's kind of what I didn't like about high school. It was like the pressure to, succeed, the pressure to be someone like you be your very best, but it's very extreme. So, I was pressured to take a lot of AP classes, not by my family. My family's very supportive, but just like the culture of school. And you know what? I did my best, and I think that's really awesome. And now I'm gonna list my ACs. So, okay, here's a list of extracurriculars because I feel like that also plays a key role into your acceptance. I was an editor of my school's newspaper. I used to work at a daycare. I did the student teaching program. I worked at the gelato shop. I worked as a Starbucks barista. These are all at different times, except for the gelato place and the daycare. I worked those two at the same time. I was a club secretary. I went to 2 journalism association conferences and workshops, as well as competed for journalism throughout the nation. I was a soccer referee, and I tutored underprivileged students for math, and I did a children's summer camp. So those are like my main extracurriculars, as well as I've been going to a bilingual school since I was in kindergarten, so I have been fluent, and that's really what colleges look for, not the fluency, but like how involved you are in school also. Now I'm going to read off of my phone the list of schools that I applied to, and then I'll go through each one by one, whether they got accepted, rejected, waitlisted, or so on and so forth. So I got applied to University of Hawaii, Depaul in Illinois, Northern Arizona University, Chapman University, St. Mary's University in California, or St. Mary's College in California, San Diego State, Sonoma State, Cal Poly Pomona, Long Beach, San Jose State, Cal Poly SLO, UC Davis, UC Santa Barbara, and UC San Diego. So, if you don't know, California, there's two systems of public universities. There's the Cal States and there's the UCs. Typically, Cal States are run on a semester type system. UCs are more quarter based, and typically UCs are known as harder to get into. It really just depends on what campus you're applying to and what your major is. So now I'm gonna go into like each school individually and like why I wanted to apply there, what scholarship money they gave me, and if I decided to go there or not. So this is in no particular order, by the way. I applied to the University of Hawaii and I was accepted. I received a $2,000 annual scholarship, which I'm very blessed for. I love that campus just because it's like on a beach, it's on a beautiful island. I've never been to Hawaii. It just was such a nice vibe, and everyone seemed really chill from what I've heard, and it was really nice. And I heard they have good programs, so I applied, and that was awesome. And then I got into Depaul University, the second one. It is a private school. However, they do offer it is a bigger campus. So like instead of being like a 5,000 people school, I think it has 22,000, and it's a Catholic school, which I'm perfectly fine with. They offered me a scholarship of $22,000 annually. I mostly applied there because I have a cousin that goes there. If he's watching this, hey. But yeah, it was an awesome school, so I decided to apply there. I then also applied to Northern Arizona University, and I applied here because I thought I wanted to go into teaching. Same with DePaul. They both had really awesome and different teaching programs, and Northern Arizona actually started as a teaching university, so I applied there, and I was accepted. That was the first school I actually was accepted to, so it was cool knowing that like I actually am going to a four-year college. Um, they did give me a scholarship of $5,000 annually. I also applied to Chapman University and I was accepted. I received 16,000 annually, and I applied there because I loved the area. It's in Anaheim. You could go to Disneyland. I want to grow up and be Snow White and cosplay. Okay, you know what? It's just a really awesome school, and that's why I applied there. I also applied to St. Mary's. It's in Moraga, California. It's not too far from home, and I wanted something closer, and they had an amazing teacher program. And that's what I originally thought I was going to do, and you could graduate in 5 years with your master's. It is really expensive, but they did give me a generous $22,000 scholarship per year. So those are like my private schools. So now I'm going to go into, or like out of state. Now I'm going to go into Cal States and then UCs. So I got into San Diego State and I was just so head over heels. I love the campus, it is so beautiful. And then I was offered early admission, so I applied to their honors college and I got in, which I'm very blessed, the Weber Honors College. And so you do get a lot of benefits. I toured it, really nice people, and yeah. And then I applied to Sonoma State also because I thought I wanted to do teaching at the time. It's super interesting. Love the people. It's a smaller campus, but it's like I said, it was good for teaching. And they have this whole Hutchins program. I don't know if you guys heard of it, but it's really good if you want to be a teacher. A lot of my friends that want to be teachers are going there. And then I applied to Cal Poly Pomona. Honestly, I applied there because I have a friend that goes there, and it's like a second Cal Poly, so it's like got a good name for itself. It's in a cool area. It's down in SoCal, and I kind of wanted to like start fresh. I did get in. Oh, by the way, I got into Sonoma State too. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier. And then I heard back from Long Beach. I also got into Long Beach. I really liked the campus, and I liked obviously that it's by the beach. That's really why I applied there because I wanted to be by the beach. That's honestly like what I've been looking for. And I heard the people are nice. Heard the dorms are so, but that's okay. Like I'm not going to a college for their dorms. I'm going to study and for the environment. I actually never visited in person, but I also have a friend that goes there, so shout out to them if you're watching this. I then also got into San Jose State, which I'm really cool. It's also not that far from home. They have a really good engineering program and things like that. Not that I applied for engineering, but just thought I threw that out there. I did get accepted, which is super awesome, but yeah. So I'm editing this video and I realized I didn't mention Cal Poly San Luis Obispo, and I actually got into that school, which I got off of the wait list, and I got in 2 days before May 1st, and they wanted me to make the decision before May 1st, which was really hard because I've never visited the campus. It's an amazing school. Like peer pressure to consider going there, especially now. Like people are like, "Oh, why'd you not go there over school you decided on?" Which I might have just leaked like 2 seconds ago. Oops, but um, I ultimately never visited it. There's a lot of people from my school that end up going there, and I just wanted a new fresh start. So yeah, that's why I didn't decide to go there. I then heard back. Then now we're going into the UCs. So I was waitlisted at UC Davis, and I heard they have a pretty high turnout from their waitlist. But by that time, I had already kind of made my decision, which I'm gonna get into afterwards. So I decided not to stay on their waitlist. But it's a super awesome school. It's in a smaller town, but my best friend's going there, and she's gonna have a great time. And yeah, then came UCSB, and ultimately UCSB was like my top school. I was between UCSB and another school, the one I ultimately decided on, so I'm not gonna explain that. But UCSB is an amazing school. It is on the beach. It's literally like on the beach. Like the campus is a literal resort, and it's just very beautiful, and it's really hard to get into. They have really amazing programs. Unfortunately, I did not get in, but I think it worked out for the best because everything happens for a reason. And I decided on my second school, or it's not even my second school anymore because now it's my top school because I'm going there. And then I heard back from UC San Diego, and I did not get in, which honestly I wasn't really surprised for. My GPA and any of that really didn't measure up. So yeah, but it's a beautiful campus. Also, it's in San Diego, or it's actually in La Jolla. They're like shading you with that whole San Diego. It's actually in La Jolla, but it's really nice campus. I just heard the social life isn't like that great, which I was really looking for in a campus. So the school that I decided on was, drumroll, I decided on San Diego State, and here is why. Because I love the campus. Let's be real, it is beautiful. I'm gonna insert pictures here. I don't even know where, just everywhere. And it's just really amazing. I was so honored to get in early. I got into their honors college, which only accepts 300 people in the whole school. And this year there was an outstanding amount of applications. They had over 90,000 people apply. So it's just crazy to think that I'm some of the few lucky people to get in. So yeah, being in the honors college really like was a plus. I got to talk to the other people that were in it, and you offer an interdisciplinary minor, which is really cool because you learn about so many different things. And yeah, so I decided to go there because the campus, the honors minor, I have a really cool roommate, if that helps. I have a couple of friends that are going there. Their international business program is also why I decided, because I think now that's really the major that I've decided on. They're number 12th in the nation for international business, so I think that's really awesome. Obviously a great school for what I want to do. And yeah, now I'm making an outro. Thank you so much for watching this whole video. I hope you enjoyed my college process and it helped you maybe for juniors next year or seniors that maybe are also going to the same school as me. So yeah, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. Bye!